This is CT, and it is 4:08 p.m. Uh, Eastern Time. Um, yeah, I'm just like really baffled as to what happened last night. Um, I I got into something with you know, league mate, and I don't know. Um, me, it wasn't like anything like that, but uh. All right. Well, so this is what happened. Um, I was in, I was in the, I was in the game in this game last night, and I was kind of like farming and and doing the machine raid, and what happened was that like my league mates were doing they were doing they were doing the Rip and Time Elite, and what happened was that I they wanted my help and everything, and now I was grouped up with these people, so basically I would drop the group to help them out, because it's like you can always get into a group because that's the latest DLC, and you know, and you can do this thing anytime, anytime you want, because people will still be calling out for it and everything like that. What happened was that, so, this they had this troll, and um, and he eventually left and everything, and he just couldn't take it, or couldn't, he had no patience for it or anything. So I don't know what kind of level this troll was. I don't know what was, but I was on this tune, you know, and on my, you know, one of my league mates asked for my help and everything, because what they were going for was to try to get the nuclear elite headpiece, like the Firestorm headpiece. So yeah. So anyway, so I was like, okay, no problem. So I'm coming in and everything and whatever. Um, so just a little bit of communication here and there and stuff and everything, and you know. Anyway, so when we started the battle at the second boss, um, there's this thing that happened, and he you know Black Adam, he called out for the guards to help him. And then when you're in there in the second portion of the Rip and Time, uh he he has these crystals, and they throw out this fire, and it kind of like chases you for a certain amount of time or something, and you know that's it, right? So it starts like flying all about and everything, and I was like kind of trapped somewhere, and I was right there in the open. Um, and then the fire like hit me. Now here's the thing though, I'm really good. I'm pretty good at dodging those things, and I've learned over time like on how to do it and stuff like that. I know some of the different ways how to do it. I had like a really good league mate. He's dealing with his own personal stuff right now, and he was like, we were like literally going for like feats all the time and whatever, like ones who didn't like complain about anything once, because he wants to just team up with people who are cooperative and stuff like that. And I was like one of those guys and stuff. So I mean, we were like training ourselves to figure out the mechanics of it and around the time when the thing had came out and stuff like that. So we wanted to understand the mechanics pretty well. And the thing is, yeah, like you can't just go in there and expect to do really good when you don't understand the mechanics of anything. And I said this thing before all the time. And so yeah, it's just that. Um, so I went down once, I got picked up and everything. Um, I know it was by the fire. I mean, I know I got hit by the fire right out in the open. Okay, and I'm not denying that because I know that I did, and I had the thing on combat mode because when you have when you put it on the combat tab, like okay, like I'm an LFG, I'm gonna go to the combat. See, so let me go and attack somebody. Yeah, see, this thing is recording like everything that happened, right? And yeah, so I would know when like what would happen, and and anybody would figure that out. They would be able to see what's going on. Like no one can go right ahead and make some statement, make some, you know, something like that or whatever. And it's kind of like, well, there you go. But yeah, one of my league mates calling on me. I'll, I'm just gonna try to like cut this thing short as quickly as possible. Uh, so in the thing, like, okay, two of my lead mates were out, and next thing you know, next thing you know, like, the my league mate, the one who invited me, he was tanking. I advised him to like come behind the rock and stuff like that, because that's like basically our best bet in order to beat the boss, you know, and because the fire won't really hit you or anything like that. Now, um, so apparently, like the thing is, in that type of thing, like the ads do a lot more damage than the boss. So it's basically like you gotta like take them out and everything. What happened was that in that, like okay, I got him down to a good chunk. I got him down to a good chunk of his health. And then next thing you know, I went down and everything. So what happened? So I kept telling him, I advised, the tank, my league mate and stuff that to keep going. All right, and then next thing you know, what happened was that that was it. Um, he beat him, so that's a really good thing, you know. And then like the other one that was in there, like we've had our ups and downs and stuff like that or whatever. Um, I don't know why. I don't even know why. Uh, like he has his own thing, I have my own thing, and whatever. So I mean, I've mentioned him before a few times and stuff like that, and whatever. And the thing is, like, sometimes I just don't get him. I don't know what his problem is or anything, but this one, like, what he said, like, it wasn't like so much of a problem or anything. I mean, the thing is, like, he said something like something about the fire, about how and why we went down and everything, and I was like saying, and I said like, okay, well, yeah, but that's why you have to go right ahead and get behind the rock so it won't get you. And then he was all like, no, and this and that, and something about a glitch and everything. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but still, it's basically your best bet or something. And he said something like that I got hit by the fire, that he saw the whole thing, that I got hit by the fire, um, you know, and whatever. So that's what he told, he's told me I got hit by the fire behind the that I got hit by the fire behind the rock and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I didn't. And then he said that he was in the thing, he saw the whole thing happen and whatever. I mean, I was like, okay, but the in the combat tab it was telling me different, you know. And yeah, so I mean, I was never saying that he was wrong or anything. It's just, I mean, I've seen it happen a couple times, but it's like, it, like it doesn't make any sense. He's always, I don't know, he's always wanting to be like right all the time or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't get none of that. And for someone like myself, I mean, I don't even have that kind of pride or whatever. I mean, for me, speaking for myself, what I do is if I'm wrong about something, I would admit that, you know, um, but it's got to be like in a convincing sort of way, not something to say, okay, I say this and that's it. No, it doesn't work that way. And yeah, so I'm just really confused about that and whatever, like how people could be like that. I mean, I'm really good at psychology and stuff like that. But it's like, like it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, this is what it is. Um, like I'd rather be proven wrong. I prefer to be not well critiqued, harsh and constructively. I mean, I could take it and stuff. It's just like, and I always look to, in order to be wrong and stuff like that. But like, yeah, to tell you the truth, like the combat over here, the combat over here told me different, and you know, and you can't prove, and you can't say that, that sort of thing, and then when we got out of the area where the boss, and we went to that open area where to take on the ads just to come back to that building. He was kind of like saying to, okay, all right, let's just drop it and stuff like that. And I agree with him, you know. But then I don't know. It's like it's kind of like he has so many issues and stuff like that. Like he has so many anger issues. I mean, I have anger issues myself. So is the next person, and whatever. But for me, it's like it doesn't make any sense. Um, I mean, you can't bury yourself if you're not going to be wrong. You learn from these things and stuff like that. I don't care. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what generation you're from. I don't care about nothing like that. You know, and that's just the thing. But it wasn't like, but what happened last night, it wasn't like as if it was some sort of like an argument or something. I mean, and the thing is, I never said that he was wrong. I never said anything about that. All I said what was going on from what the combat thing has said and everything like that, and what I know because I've already gotten the headpiece as it is and stuff like that. I don't know if he got the headpiece. But the good news is that the two league mates that was in there, they got the headpiece. They got the nuclear firestorm headpiece and everything, and that's the good news. So I'm so as long so yeah, so that's all good. But um, it's just that like that's just the thing about it. Like people have gotta people out there they gotta understand about things and whatever. And instead of just saying some crap to say, oh well, they're that oh I'm right and stuff like that. No, you can't be doing that. That's not the way. And yeah, you can't be doing that sort of thing, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I mean, yeah, I've seen that glitch happen before. About hiding, like if you're hiding behind the rock and then the fire like somehow passes through it and you get hit. But like me and myself and the tank, uh, that was there. If that fire literally passed through us, I mean, if that fire literally passed through the rocks, then both of us would have gotten hit by the damn thing, and we weren't even lighting up. We didn't see this thing like around us or anything like that. We didn't see none of that, and yeah, but it's like I mean, I usually like to analyze a lot of things, a lot of situations and stuff, and that's kind of like something that I go for. And I don't know, but I mean, this if he wants to, if he, that guy wants to like prove me wrong about something, then go by all means, go right ahead. If you don't have the patience or the thing to even explain it to me about whatever, then then there's no point, you know. But I'm saying, like I've always said, like with people with too much pride and all that stuff, that needs to be stopped. That needs to be like destroyed. I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything, but like I kind of like hate that in people. I mean, like they can't admit that they're wrong. They're too ashamed. They're too thing and whatever. I mean, and it does really take a bigger man to say, that they're wrong about this and whatever, you know, and that's just it. So, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how life goes and stuff, And it is a damn shame how people would think like, oh well, there's no way, there's absolutely no way that it is, that you can think like that. That you know to say that, oh, I'm always right and you're always wrong or some shit. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. Again, I don't care what generation you're from, but that's just it, you know. And and yeah, like but I didn't understand. Like I thought like okay, since he said like okay, that's fine, let's just drop it and whatever. I thought that thing was like water under the bridge for the both of us. Like okay, whatever, that's cool. You have your views, I have mine. Let bygones be bygones. That sort of thing. But it wasn't like that. And he pulls something, and whatever. And oh my god, man, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what the hell to say about any of that. And it's like he is. I don't know. I don't think he ever liked me or whatever. I don't think he ever did. As a lead mate, as someone, whatever. I don't think he ever liked me. He like because he always, I don't know, he always favored like all these other guys or whatever, and but me and him, we entered to the league around the same time, and then that was it. But I mean, this is this was not really so much of an argument, but he kind of made that sort of thing into a big deal. Like he would say something, but it's kind of like you just can't say something like that, and and not expect anything else. Not to, not into engage in like in a conversation, like in some sort of discussion or something like that. You know, and yeah, but again, I never said that he was wrong. You know, but it's like hiding behind that damn rock in that um like that's basically your best bet. If and you don't know what the hell could happen. Yeah, all four. If all four are there, then maybe one or two might get hit. There is a good chance. But the way how I've done it like before, I trained for I trained to get like that second part of the feet. So I know. So I studied the mechanics. We kept me and my that league mate before that. Who's handling his personal issues and stuff like that. Doing what he can, whatever. Yeah, we were we were in there for a long time, like literally dying, failing to learn, in order to think, and that's what it takes. If we get this, if we understand the mechanics of the area, like whatever mission it may be, then you won't have any problems, you won't have any issues. But this is just what it is. You know, I mean, I wouldn't even want to make up some random crap or whatever it is. But like, if somebody were to come on the game and I don't know, like if you was talking, but like you started hearing some sounds like as if it was like Morse code or something like that. There is something like that. That person's mic. There will be something wrong with that person's mic. You know, and it's like it's just that that's how it is. But you can't say that this person was like somewhere else in like in a PSN chat or something. You can't say that. Because you don't know. And it's better off if you just ask the person that whatever, and if to see if you can like fix his mic to be make it better and stuff like that. It's better off to do it like that, and but yeah, sometimes I just don't know about him and whatever. I mean, um, he's not really you know he's not really from like my generation. I think he's like I think he's like one of the baby boomers or something like that. I don't know. Most likely he is. But I've always had like trouble understanding those people. I mean, I do get along with them. I really do. I've talked to a bunch of people who are older than me and whatever. One of the things I like to do, I like to mix and mingle and all that stuff. I like to hang out. I like to do all that crap. Right? That's the type of stuff I like to do and whatever. So I'm really good. I'm really talkative, or I'm confident. I'm whatever. But but I wouldn't like try to make up something and say like it's a fact. I don't know. It's kind of like saying that camera lies or something. It, like the picture lies or something like that. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I'm just really baffled by that And I don't know. I think not a lot of I think like when you're taking psychology classes and everything like that kind of like has a bit of a trouble, like that's just what it is. It's like it's some sort of like a trouble, and that doesn't really add up. So I don't know. I feel like I want to like talk to somebody who kind of understands that sort of thing about people like that, because I've had like trouble understanding. I mean, I asked my brother, and he was like, there a lot of people are like that, and I'm like, well, that's just really sad. And he agrees with me, and everything. So I mean, that's just the thing, But if you're like that kind of person that who wouldn't like admit to your faults, or you know, or I mean, like admitting you're wrong or anything. I mean, I don't know how to help you. Like how do you help yourself though? Like well, kind of like what's your deal? Like why do you favor this person? You know, why do you favor anybody? You should treat people equally, treat people the same, and that's just about it. And it shouldn't really be that type of a problem, and it shouldn't be that kind of a big deal, an issue or whatever. It's just you know. But look, I mean, sometimes in life you have to be proven wrong in order to be. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's just a damn shame that people still need a lesson in that, especially when the elderly and whatever. Because yeah, that's just stupid. That's kind of like childish and everything, man. You know, I don't know what else to do about that. Um, but the person needs to get his or her shit together, straight, whatever. I mean, you know, get that shit done, and that's it. You know, because you can't be bottled in with whatever it is that because that's it. But look, if I was having, let's just say, if I was having like a bad day and whatever, and I come onto the game, I'm not gonna project my anger or frustrations against anybody in the game or whatever, because they had nothing to do with it. You know, um, I would just like separate all of that. I would take that kind of crap away, and that's it. That's what I would do. But yeah. Anyways, at this point, like my league leader had advised me. He's one of the guys that got the nuclear headset. The nuclear elite headpiece. Um, he advised me to like not say anything to him, like not greet him, you know, not greet him, not say congrats when he gets a feat, whatever. He told me those things and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it is kind of like my personality and stuff like that to do that, to greet the league, the league mates and stuff, to do that sort of thing. But to say congrats anytime when anybody gets um you know a feat or something, or possibly a headline. And yeah, but I I don't know. It's just um yeah, I can do that sort of thing, and I'm not. I don't know if we're gonna be talking again or whatever, but it's just that don't be saying crap and think it's a fact. That's you can't be doing that. Can't be doing that shit, and I don't know why people are like that. You know, I don't know why, and it is a damn shame for for people to be like that. You know, because just because that's just how it is. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this thing off. Um, Whatever. Try to enjoy the rest of my day. Yesterday, I don't know what. I'm just so baffled about yesterday. What happened last night? Um, I'm just, and I'm really in the dark with that. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and